Here we are, Vendetta ATK on map number 3. I'm Boggs, joined by Pineapple Phillips. Vendetta winning the knife round as they won map number 2, starting off the CT side here on Inferno. They love the T side better, Vendetta, so they're trying to get out to somewhat of a salvageable start, but they have a 57.2% win rate when it comes to the attack. And that is where they'll look to close things off. Both teams more favored on the T side of this map. But as we've mentioned multiple times throughout the course of this broadcast, ATK, 2 of 10 on this map. And that is just not a good record at all. Yes, some of the teams might be much higher caliber, but that lack of confidence can definitely come back to bite them. B take from ATK on this pistol round. Smoke onto the stairs. Molotov and flash for MisteM still. Should use that towards Darko. That's not a stair smoke. That's a deep CT smoke. They're going to try and wrap through. And Sixy's read it like a book. He's got a picture book of their strat here. And he's just shut it all down. Silas knows where Bowden's coming from. A flash assist from Sixy. MisteM falls to Silas. And DJ's the last man alive. Peeking out wide. Looking for something. He finds death. What a pistol round from Sixy and the Vendetta boys.
Selfless play from Sixy as well. Keep in mind, he was that player who was the star back when we first discovered him, when we first really got hot on him as an individual player. And here he is, being the utility man, the difference maker, playing measured, playing confident. Very well done from him to start things off, supporting Silas in a big way. Silas getting 3, Sixy getting 2. And I wanted to play some devil's advocate for you, Boggs. ATK last played this map versus Made in Brazil. Same for Vendetta. Vendetta lost it 7-16. ATK lost it 14-16. So by the transitive property, they should be better. But given that performance in that start, yeah, and of course Mirage being the extenuating circumstance, things are definitely different here. ATK, no bomb plant means no investment here. It's Glocks across the board. They did find good damage on Overpass, I want to say. How many pistol runs have gone the way of ATK at this point? Did they get one on Overpass?
They got one on Overpass. They got the first pistol round Overpass. That was it.
So they are, what, 1 for 5 now on pistol rounds? That's a terrible stat line. And that outright just gives them such a big disadvantage going into this. That combined with the fact that, again, a player's on 150 ping. The most important player's on 150 ping. You don't want your opper there. It really just does stack things against ATK out the gates.
Yeah, piling things on against ATK. It's going to be a buy-up from the ATK squad. A couple Galils, 3 AKs, a decent amount of utility, but not the best. Vendetta still with the 2 MP9s and a FAMAS, but on this map, an MP9 is not a bad gun to have. They're going to put both the MP9s towards B as well. A lot of extra utility. I like that call. I still think that the ability to drop utility was one of the best changes made in CSGO. I will maintain that.
That's a cool change.
It added so much to the game. And look at that nade damage down towards Banana. That's a very squishy couple of players down there for an MP9 if it wants to run it all the way down.
Very true, but Vendetta are playing more calculated, more together. That's even more chip damage. MisteM down to 12 now. Beating up with Bodemaster down very low. DJ as well down to 76, Social at 62. Hefty advantage for Vendetta with this utility. Chop just outright takes down Bowden with a piece of utility. Sixy goes for some information, gets shot at, but survives. Tender. Going to be the second at bat. No, it's Silas instead doubling down toward Jarts, dropping DJ and MisteM. Rek and Swisher, they both have rifles in hand. They both have HP, but in a 2 versus 5, at this point, they might just be going for exits. You have utility, sure, but again, the manpower just not in their team's favor. Tender walking into the angle. It's all on timing for Rek here, and he's double dinged, taken down by the FAMAS. Tender makes it look like an indomitable weapon, and Sixy catches Swisher jumping with a knife in hand. That's an upgrade for the MP9, and a convincing and solid 3rd round for Vendetta.
Very convincing, very solid, and picking up where they left off on Mirage are Vendetta. They're starting to look very good here as we get into map number 3. It's still very early, yes, but they struggle on the CT side. Only 41.4% win rate on this side of the map. They've already got 3 rounds, so they're already looking fantastic. A couple pieces of util left in spawn. That's a very good sign. They got a lot of niches to throw down range, get a lot of damage done. Consti's got a flash prep for an ult mid-peak, too. They'll let that fly. Nobody can actually peek off of it. There's a mid-flash, though. Silas can't catch off the pistol player. It's Deagle's out for ATK and MisteM down to 52 HP as he eats that frag for lunch. smoke down to Arches. Molotov to counter a push. Good counterplay from Silas again. He's also up to a very fast start here on map 3. And overall, it's not really a round that ATK can expect too much out of. A bomb plant, I think, would be a very nice result. And Consti, I'd actually just give him something, but he's going to catch DJ off. DJ just gets stuck out in the middle there, and Consti follows it up. Tender's there with him. ATK, barely any damage dealt back.
Next on 1 kill would be something. Sure does find that. Bodenmaster combining fire doesn't find one though. Silas and Tender do close it out. Only 1 player falls. Will Chop get the upgrade? The answer is no. But it doesn't matter. He'll drop the MP9 over to Consti. He'll upgrade himself to an A1S, and actually they won't even trifle with the SMG. It's done its job. It can rest easy now, and the rifles can come out to play. ATK. AKs across the board, kind of the expected on Inferno T side. But they need to get the ball rolling. They need to get it rolling quickly as well. As we mentioned, they have had a weak showing as of late on the map. They need to prove the doubters wrong. Otherwise, Vendetta will upset the likes of ATK.
It would be a big upset, but ATK, a couple players sick after the long travel days home from EU, after their couple-week stint over in Europe. Bowden's still over in Europe, playing on 140-ish ping. Never going to be easy for an opper. But here's the big problem I'm noticing right now, Nate. ATK have played 4 rounds of Counter-Strike. They have 1 kill.
Oh. And it came in the last round. It came in the last round.
Yes.
I haven't seen that. I have not seen 3 straight rounds with 0 kills. That's actually crazy. 3 rounds in a row, the first 3 rounds of the game. I would say ATK are flummoxed. Dare I say stupefied? Do I have any other S-word synonyms? I don't know. It's bad though.
I would say they're in stasis.
That's a good one. It's a good one. ATK going for the wrap on to A, but there are 3 players here. Rests on this good flash from DJ. Tender gets into the pit just narrowly. Rek and Swisher, though, chime in for 1 and 2 on the site. Tender not long for the world. DJ drops down behind him. And a little bit of a convoluted play for ATK, but it does pay off in a big way. Leaving just Consti alone at T stairs with the op at hand. He'll find one onto MisteM. Do ATK hunt this rifle down? It looks like the answer is yes. A player already voraciously down the halls. That's DJ. Keen to get a second in the round. Consti, will he clear the deep angle? Or will he even peek into the deep angle? That's the question. DJ is waiting with open arms. It's an awkward standstill, to say the least. DJ will finally begin the delicate dance. Seems he knows that Consti's here. Might have heard the scope. Neither one's walking into it. Consti. Will he be ready for it? Will DJ even go for it? This is so awkward. Both will survive. That is definitely not the ending I was expecting.
Here's the thing about chicken, Nate. You gotta know when to flinch.
I don't know which way to turn.
You gotta know if you want to. And Consti really shouldn't have, so he did the right thing overall. But that's the first round of the board for ATK. And their first, well, some of them, they've got 5 kills total. They average 1 kill a round right now. 4 of those came in the last round. All 5 have come in the last 2. Not a great sign, but if they can heat up, things will go much better. Again, though, their stats lean heavily to the T side. They did not get off to a good start. Good nade damage exchanged onto 60. A little bit of chip damage back onto Bowden and Swisher. But overall, it's pretty much about dead even. 60 can still probably get a kill before he's taken down, given how he's been playing. Looks to be an A play, though, at least some brackets control being gained by ATK. Bad flashbang. Rek blinded entirely. Can't really clear with MisteM, so they have to abort that. Consti up in halls, though. Waits for the peek. Takes a leg shot out of DJ through the wall. Tender right there to reinforce. But Silas out towards Arches. He's been a beast. And he's going back for more, but it's a CT wrap. I like this quick audible from ATK running back to the other site. Chop can get caught in rotation. He's going to toss a smoke that's going to work more to the favor of his opposition. And he still finds one and traces Wreck through the smoke. Bowden slipped the gap, but he's exposed. Molotov on a Chop. Zixie's holding banana. The flashbang will blind him, but he still catches Swisher, who's not clearing car. Silas with another 6C with a kill. 2 from the car on low HP. And Vendetta, another flawless round.
And you talked about it. ATK looking so fluid with their mid-round audibles, just immediately rotating. It was such a good idea. Vendetta had an idea that was coming. Vendetta adjusted quite well, but in reality, it was the individuals coming alive that really bailed Vendetta out of that one. ATK showing us signs of life, but just not connecting it. The individuals aren't showing on a level we would expect them to. And as a result, Vendetta are calling them out. Constu with the op, comfortable to peek down middle, won't get the kill. It'll get a little bit of information. Vendetta already more than happy with this, as you said. They are weaker on the CT side. They're well on their way to a dominant half. And ATK, they don't have much money in the bank. If they lose this round, the T side, especially without that bomb plant, they'll be back to the Stone Age. Swisher does not want a pistol. He wants to win this one. He'll find the opening. Sells a trade, but Wreck answers in kind, albeit taking a smattering of damage in the process. 4 versus 3, slightly in favor of ATK. Make that heavily in favor of ATK. Swisher finds a second on the entry towards B, leaving just Chop and Tender over towards A. And as you can tell, they're already saving. They're already calling it quits. One of them will likely recover that op, which I think is down towards brackets. Could be wrong. Looks like it might actually be towards B. Did it rotate?
It might have.
It must have, because I don't see it.
Yeah.
More than...
Bowden's got it.
That would make sense. Yeah. 2 rifles going into the next, though. They'll have enough for the op. Sigzy or Salas could drop it, as could Tender. Actually, Tender will probably be the one dropping the big green. ATK, though, a second on the board. As you mentioned, the pressure's on. 9 rounds, potentially even 10 is what they're aiming for on this T side. And in order to get 10, they need to win 8 in a row. That doesn't seem feasible.
It doesn't seem very likely at all. It's a incredibly tall task, but for ATK, they legitimately just need to take it 1 round at a time. That's been a big problem for them. I feel like they've been looking at the macro without looking at the micro and missing a lot of the critical details along the path. So for Vendetta, they just seem to be going 1 round at a time, 1 kill at a time, 1 play at a time. And it's been working for them. They've really simplified things, and I think that's been one of their best adjustments. They've also been very apt to use timeouts. That's a very good thing as well, where they just sit there. Okay, one thing went wrong. Cool. Let's talk about it. Let's fix the problem and go back in. You have to wonder if that comes from the experience of Zixie, who's had some pretty deep runs at RMRs and the like. So he definitely has a lot of experience he brings to this squad. I'm not sure if I don't know if he's IGLing or not. I assume he's not. But at the same time, he still has that experience. He can bring a calming factor to this squad. And right now...
He's the veteran. No doubt. He's the veteran.
It's crazy to think of him as a veteran because he's still relatively young.
Hey, he's still making it, his youthful plays, etc. But he's definitely more tempered than he was, more mature than he was, especially this year.
Ooh,
good start for Swisher. A little bit of, I don't want to say BM because he was blind, but it definitely looked like BM. Wreck a second in the apartments. Good start for ATK, as this timeout might have worked in their favor instead. MisteM lurking in the arches is caught by Silas. Tender, this is an aggressive play, an aggressive adjustment that does pay off. He drops Wreck, finishes what he started, and tying things back up. Bowden and Swisher as well, both incredibly low. Things swing back the way of Vendetta.
A little bit more nade damage on the Swisher. 2 Tender blindsides DJ in a halls, and this one's collapsing again for ATK. Swisher and Bowden with a lot of work to do and not a lot of HP to do it. Swisher has somehow evaded the flames. He might actually get the drop onto Zixie as well, who's sitting right behind that smoke, but he's ready for it. He spams. Swisher doesn't flinch, though. He's winning this chicken battle so far. Bowden out towards Church, keeping an eye on somebody peeking through. Might send somebody down up the stairway or down the highway, but no, it's Bowden who falls instead. Swisher 1v3 20 HP. There's no way you can pull this off. He does a little bit of damage into Silas, but that's not enough. 6-2 Vendetta. This is looking like a repeat of Mirage to me, Nate, where Vendetta just can do no wrong and ATK can do no right, except for the fact that ATK aren't even making it expensive.
No, they aren't. Odin's been entirely silent. MisteM, one of the heavy hitters, is only at 1. DJ, who's done okay, is at 1 as well. Wreck at 3. Swisher the only one offering any resistance, and even then, it's not nearly enough. It's not that star-studded 1v4 player we saw on Mirage. It's a very far cry from what we saw even on map 2, and that is definitely worrying if you are an ATK fan. Vendetta, all the bells and whistles on their investment, no doubts there. 4 rifles, 2 of them being AKs and the op. ATK do invest into this one, but a lot of players are quite low on cash. If they lose this round, it could be back to pistol. Swisher, though, not keen on letting that happen. Finds one. Nades Sigsy as well. He's trying to be the hero here. He's trying to come alive like he did on map 2. That's a pair of kills thus far here in round number 9.
There's one for Wreck. It's a triple man advantage for ATK, but Silas and Consti are not going to let this one go. Silas walks into MisteM's crosshair, though, leaving Consti as the last man standing. No reason for him to go for this, but he's going to get met by a trailing DJ who's on the flank. Wreck's up looking for it, too. Drops off the boost. Expects this. Bowden could counter boost somebody towards Flowers as they wait for the flank from DJ, who's gone back to A. They get the blind side. Consti grabs 2. DJ goes back the other direction. His teammates die because of it. He will get the kill on the end, and the op picked up for Bowden if he wants it, but I don't think he wants it. Oh, no, he does. I agree. I agree with your sentiment.
The op is like, we've seen it come more and more in vogue on T side, specifically in the Brazilian scene. Like the North American Brazilian squads really do enjoy it, and a lot of teams do in ESL nowadays. But it was already a fringe thing before.
Yeah.
And then it became Bowden on 150 ping. There's no doubt you should never have this gun with 150 ping. We saw him get caught looking multiple times on Mirage. We saw him get caught looking over towards the coffin a couple rounds prior. He should not be having the big green. I get it, it's part of your game plan, but this is an extenuating circumstance. Stop doing it.
Chop gets that kind of a kill, jumping with the MP9. It does have one of the best jumping accuracies out of any of the SMGs in the game. As a matter of fact, I believe it's the best. Second best would be the MAC-10. Third best would be the MP7. But at that point, who's buying the MP7? Nobody. Why do I know that?
Yeah.
Because I'm an SMG exploiter.
That's true. SMG enjoyer.
I'm not good enough to get kills with the rifles, Nate.
Even then, I'm not putting all my eggs in the one basket of the jumping MP9 shot from Chop. That was definitely surprising there.
It's not a bad call, though. I mean, it's Inferno. Do something crazy with it. Have fun with the SMGs. Go Mag-7 somebody. Go XM and Halls. Do fun stuff with the shotguns and the close-range weapons. It's always fun.
But on a round like this, where economy swings in the balance, is so very risky. It does pay off, though. Silas now in the A side. He's having a heck of a map 3. Mind, he had like, what, 27 in map 2?
28.
28. Good God. A monster. Sigsy. Good read is rotating up and around. He might catch a player in the apartments. DJ is lurking. Sigsy pressuring? No, answer. There's the flashes. This play's been happening before. It has been played before. Vendetta are ready for it. I say that. Silas finds one, though. Trade comes through. Bodemaster and DJ find one a pop. Wreck as well takes down one towards the truck side, tying things up. Chop and Consti so far removed and without a kit have no choice but to save. And honestly, I thought ATK were looking flat. They were looking red and played, but their execution is good. Bodemaster importantly finds a kill. He was at 007, I will say that. But he is on the board, and that's exactly what ATK need.
They need to close this gap before they swap to the CT side. They're statistically much stronger on the T side, and it's very unlikely that they actually win this half. Vendetta also statistically stronger on the T side by a significant margin, and that's where they elect to finish off the map. Wreck will die with the bomb. That's not ideal. Not great for their economy. Again, folks. Yes, you think of Inferno, you think CT side. Let me list the numbers for these two teams. 21 games played for ATK in the last 3 months. 43.8% win rate on the CT side, 57.9% win rate on the T side. Vendetta 19 times played in the last 3 months, 41.4% on the CT side, 57.2 on the T side. Almost a mirror record for both of these two teams on both of these two sides. ATK need a lot more than 4. They would need probably at worst case 8 rounds out of this half. And Bowden, he's done well to get the opening kill against the Pistols. Just the op from Consti is the real threat. But that's a confidence kill for Bowden. That'll help him out a lot down the stretch. And ATK are going to need every little bit they can get.
Need everything at this point. Everybody to come alive if they want a chance on this one. You can tell they're trying to play it confidently. Trying to play it slow, keep the CT side guessing. Most importantly, figure out where that op is. Consti has been scoped in here for ages. He's going to walk into it. They finally goaded him to go for it. Bowden's waiting. He finds the kill that time. MisteM finds the second. And Swisher finds the final 2. It's a clean round for ATK. And they're finally coming alive in the server. Now 1 away from tying things up. But as we mentioned, this is an incredibly T-sided map for both these teams. ATK need 8, ideally 9 in this first half to be comfortable.
Yeah, 8 rounds would be something, but 9, that would be a turnaround. That would give them much more of a foundation. So
I would say it's needed given that they're like a pistol rounds, right?
Yes. I mean, they only have a 38% win rate on pistol rounds on this map. Oh, sorry, 35. Even
worse.
better.
Okay. So, yeah, 9, it seems like a must because of that stat.
Yes.
They've been terrible in pistol rounds in general, and especially today.
Yep, it's not been good. They've won 1 out of 5, so. Ooh, good flash in. 60's got 1 blinded. But there is a trade 4v4. Chop is low on health as well, half HP. And Swisher's just going to lurk around here as the main threat's going back towards the A site. That's a good nade from Consti. Chunks wrecked down a little bit. But Consti's alone. He's on an island. And he doesn't have the A4 either. He's pretty much a one and done here. Oh wait, no, Silas is here. Silas can help. And Silas has been big.
Silas has been huge. Good flash in. Consti swings, finds the kill, gets out no less. Swisher lurking out towards B. Could be the secret his team needs with this double rotation. He has to get across corner smoke. Fades. Tender in the meanwhile drops DJ towards brackets. Swisher's calling the rotation for his teammate, but there's 2 more players already ready to bolster the defenses. Swisher catches the player boosted. Only 1 though. Chop towards the firebox. Finds 1 in response. Finds a trade on the Swisher, leaving just Bowden Master. 150 ping Master. Good enough to find 1, but not the second. Raid boss Silas rotated through. Finds the final nail in the coffin. And Vendetta secure their 7th.
My initial question is, why is the Arch player peeking solo? With no trade potential. Nobody brackets to help out. Nothing. You trade out, you have A site. That's a big miss from ATK. It's a big mistake. And there's been a lot of those kinds of mistakes throughout the course of the season. Oh, MP9. This is what the MP9's good at. Ooh, Swisher trades it back. 60 right there for the return. 2 for 1. Vendetta will take that any day of the week. Consti's opt up on porch. Smoke will guide the vision. They will cross, but Chop is here to deny any further aggression. Molotov knows there's a couple players. Wide swings does not actually expect that second player, I guess. And now there's an opportunity to retake the A site here for ATK, or they can go through CT spawn. A lot of options. They just have to not get paralyzed by the multitude of opportunities availing them.
They made the right call. There's only 1 player B. It's Sigsy. He's been spotted. Smoke to buy time. They're committing to this. Bowden jumping through, tries to find the kill. Good flash. Sigsy caught with an 8 out, trying to buy time, but to no avail. ATK will take the site. They'll get the bomb plant, leaving just Consti and Tender in the retake. They're going to group up towards Banana, but Rek is waiting and ready, finding the first. At this point, Consti should reconsider the situation. He shall. Moves no further closer. Just holds with the op for exits. And it's going to be a 6th for ATK. Albeit with Rek falling by the op's hand. ATK returning to form, but again, is it enough? This is an incredibly T-setted map for both teams. Vendetta. What are they going to do in the following? I didn't realize the money was so poor. Oh, you have to save once more around the big green. Yeah. Have to do that.
It's going to be the op and nothing else, pretty much, I think.
We've seen this before as well in this series.
Their deagles can do damage, but they can only get 3. Maybe 3 if they want to push it on Chop, and realistically, they need the utility. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, Vendetta, I think they've only called 1 timeout this half, right?
I believe so.
This would be a good time for a timeout to be like, hey.
It's a save, though.
Yeah, but they've been fine using their timeouts very freely, very liberally.
That's true. That is true.
2 P250s, that's it.
They have the op, but where is it? That's the question. It's over towards B. They might be able to catch out Swisher, who's been able to run amok there, but I don't know. It looks like they're probably deciding to go towards A, especially with that pair of kills. Constantly through the wall. Okay. Swisher can't catch a break there. SigZ will get an upgraded AK for his troubles. And Bodemaster holding with the op. Will he find the kill? No is the answer. Will survive, though. At this point, Chop should be going for exits, and the other two should be hightailing it to safe. Bowden catches the AK of SigZ hunting. Chop is looking for the trade. No, Bowden on the Glock finds a pair. He'll swap to the AK as well. Caught running, though. So Lux finally ran out. Monty will survive with the big green. I say that. He's getting spammed. Won't be nearly enough, though. 7-7. Yacht gets brought into the final round of this first half in Consti's hands. Can Vendetta claw away the advantage going into the second, or will ATK pull off the comeback and secure an 8th?
An 8th would be a monumental comeback from ATK, who got nothing in the early going. But they had 5 kills as a team through the first 6 rounds of this game. It was 5-1. They had 5 kills combined.
They had 1 kill by round 4. It was not a good start. It was the definition of poor.
It was worse than poor. It was egregiously bad. But they've recovered, and that's the important thing. They were not held down by Vendetta. In fact, now they have an opportunity to put Vendetta down just a little bit. Swisher with a big dual 1, but Chop still trades favor the T's. Apps trade, Tender 1 for 1. MisteM pushing up, looking for the pick on towards Mini Pit. Silas on site, not going to get cleared. They all hard focus on the Bowden, or rather on the Consti. Silas has 2, but it's now to a 1v1. MisteM solo, Chop coming in. Headshot angle! Headshot delivered by Chop. It's a narrow lead for Vendetta as we head into the final half of this series.
So you say you got a new one. I know that you're trying to believe that you can fake a whole scenario just to make me jealous. Your shadow keeps talking, and we should stop talking. But we got that special something. Say it like you mean it, I won't fake it and believe it when I see it. But for now, I just be breathing, doing nothing. I won't give in if you won't make a move right now. Oh, why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy. You know we always can go easy. Won't you let me know? Why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy.
To call it a fumble for ATK at the start of this map might be an understatement, but they do recover. They do bring it to a respectable scoreline of 7-8. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Boggs, and we do have the final half of this series upon us. Can ATK buck the trend of fumbled pistol rounds, or can they finally pick up an ever so important one? That's the question. Vendetta, a slow start up alt middle. And ATK, a heavy stack towards the brackets. Neither team wants to make the first move. They're hoping that the other team gets antsy. Chop. So he's walking towards the brackets. He might just get caught out here. Players will scale through the smoke. Bodemaster will group up, but Chop is the one to strike first. Bodemaster gets the trade. Bodemaster and Rek combine fire for the second. Sigsy caught throwing utility. The three remaining players will come out of the apartment, sure, but ATK are already watching the crossing. DJ dinked down, but not finished off. He'll find Silas. Consti will drop Bodemaster in the apartments in the meanwhile, albeit with so much damage taken. It's a 2 versus 3. Tender does well to find one, but now it's just Consti. 1 versus 2, and it seems like ATK have finally found the winning recipe. Consti taken down and beheaded by Rek. And ATK, that is their second pistol round of the series, and it comes at an incredibly critical juncture.
It does come at a critical juncture, and that puts them in a position to try and close this out in a much easier standpoint. They're going to need a good lead here, but they're going to have to hold on. They're going to have to keep on pushing. And Nate, it's going to be a very, very tough road for sure for ATK. And here's the early timeout from Vendetta. They've used it after losing the pistol round. They've still got a couple left to go. But they don't want to let ATK out of the races. And I think they're debating a force buy here. Because why else would you use attack? Oh yeah, they're going. They're going for it. They're going in. Tech 9 for 60. He's going to have a bit of utility behind that. Chop Tech and armor as well. Silas on a P250 with a little more util. Consti Glass Cannon Deeg saving for the op. Tender going all in as well. He should be anyway. Yep, he has a helmet. Oh boy, if ATK get caught unawares, this can be incredibly damaging.
They know there's a pause. They have to know it's going to be probably a force. Let's be honest. They have to know that. The question is, will they play with the respected mind?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing with a little more respect than you would normally expect against a Glock round. They're playing a little more passive. Boost over the smoke torch. Arches as well. DJ on top of that stack. Sprays wildly. Drops the bomb and Silas at the same time. Rek caught by 60 though. And that's where things start to get a little more intriguing. Bowden holding the bomb, takes a dink. Consti with 2! And now it's ATK down a man. MisteM equalizes, but both teams hemorrhaging health, hemorrhaging players. It's a fight over the bomb at brackets. The bomb is stuck in no man's land. Luckily for both teams, there's no mustard gas. But ATK win it outright. Messy, messy round for ATK. But they're able to stay alive and stay ahead.
No bomb plant either. It means the Vendetta can't justify a force in this one either. They got so close, but close is only close enough in horseshoes and hand grenades. Vendetta. Now, I think this is the first time they've been behind this whole series. Because of how they started. This is a massive performance from them. But ATK stealing it away now in the early goings of half number 2. To cobble together by 2 FAMASs and M4, make that 3 FAMASs and an MP9 to complement the M4. And the aggression from Vendetta does not pay off in the early goings. Chop and Silas taken down. Swisher just scaling down Banana, jumping with the FAMAS. It's not the MP9, but it'll do. He'll find one, DJ a pair. And that is ATK, the first team to breach the double-digit threshold. 10 rounds to them, and 8 to Vendetta. Vendetta, though, they have the advantage in this one. They have the rifles in hand. 3 AKs, probably a 4th. There it is. And Consti with the big green. This is their chance to swing the momentum back into their favor.
Here's the chance for ATK, but they have to capitalize upon it. Consti, big green gun to try and enter in. Sightless leading the charge up Banana. He's cooled off a little bit as of late. Spray in. Swisher with the opener onto Silas. It's a big player to take down. 6E down to 36 HP as well. The counter utility from ATK chipping away at his health bar. Man advantage, but still tenuous for ATK, and MisteM might just give it up. He's spotted by 6E. I thought MisteM had the angle, but again, in CSGO, smokes are client-side, folks. That has been fixed in CS2. At least apparently. I don't have beta access yet. CS, please give. But in all seriousness, that was a aggressive peek MisteM did not need to take, and got punished for it.
Did 6E trying to scale forward as best as possible. He's cut to size by the FAMAS of Swisher. Chop now over the smoke. Might just finish the job. Yes, he will. Free kill on the Swisher in response. Tie things back up at 3 apiece. Jay. Where's the construction in the church area? Doesn't pull the trigger. Just waits. Bides his time for his teammates to rotate in. Rek and Bone coming in. 2 FAMASs and an MP9. They do have a kit on Rek. They do have a little bit of utility, but they're against an op and 2 AKs. Backs against the metaphorical wall here for ATK, and time is so low. Less than half remaining on the bomb. And now, no real inroads to speak of either. Rek will find one, but they have to go now if they want to go for it. Consti finds the first. That's the kit dropped way out in the middle of nowhere. DJ finds a pair of kills short, but the kit is so far away that they just can't stick it. DJ will recover it as they fall back. But Vendetta will win the round, bringing us within 1 of tying it up yet again.
The kits, the kits, the kits!
Good pacing on the utility as well, coming in from Vendetta.
Yeah, they countered it well, but they're still on a bad buy here. 3 Galils, an AK, and a MAC-10. This is far from ideal. FAMAS in the hands of ATK, but Bowden as an op again. He started hitting some shots towards the tail end of that first half, and it would be good to see him continue that, despite his ping differential. But MisteM. Aggressive. Banana spots out one, sprays wild, takes all the damage, delivers none. You have to wonder, Dane, maybe if MisteM didn't go aggressive in that early peak towards Halfwall, maybe ATK would have won the round. Just saying.
Don't say that. That comes back to haunt them, okay? You can't say that. Shut that out of your mind for the moment, especially if you're an ATK player. Keep in mind, they have a hefty advantage in this one. They're just walking down middle. Consti's gotten by Chop. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong team.
No way.
So awkward. Swisher finds one. Consti, though, good trade, and now they can scale forward. DJ next to the bat. Will he be cleared? Yes, but he's ready for it. Holding a little bit more aggressively than you might expect. Finding one, finding 2 before falling. That's a big double from DJ. Advantage secured. Chop will get an upgrade, but 2 versus 3. They still have MisteM to disentrench on the site.
Rex here as well. Behind that CT smoke, MisteM up top. No utility except for a couple flashbangs. Consti's leading dry fight against MisteM. Wins it. Rek. He's blind as a bat. He's in that smoke, hiding. Using it like a shinobi. Peeks around, catches Consti. Chop next in line. Last man standing. Bowden on the cross. Misses that shot. Time though. That 7 seconds to get that bomb down. Chop will get that down. Caught down, tagged, and finished. Good little bait and switch between Rek and Bowden. Just kind of taking the aggression and making it so Consti can't really look at one angle for too long. He gets caught in limbo. And ATK now 5 away from taking this series, going to the upper bracket. Vendetta though, still able to have some life despite their lack of a buy. Still though, they're gonna have some Galils in the next round. It's not gonna be the prettiest of purchases. the bomb plants are going to be some significant help. And the money on ATK is not that great overall either. They're having to buy down significantly too, and MisteM's going to relegate himself to an MP9. Maybe he just wants to run down Banana this time.
Maybe it's a read. Those are low. No head armor for them. Constantly no body armor either. I can respect the read. I can respect the hustle as well to build that CT side economy. Give ATK a little bit more room to work with. Vendetta, this is scary. It's Tech 9s and a Deagle. Utility. Be a very scary apartments pop, for example. ATK are all coming alive at a critical juncture. DJ in the pit has support on side as well. Wreck here with the AK first bat. Misses the spray entirely, and Tender drops DJ with a nade. The round is turned on its head instantaneously. I thought that would have had a flurry of frags, but no, instead, it's Vendetta finding all the success. Bowden through the wall drops Consti, sure, but in the 3 versus 4, this doesn't seem feasible. MisteM in the apartments will chip away at the lead that Vendetta have built, finding 1, tying it up at 3 apiece, but the bomb has ticked away a considerable amount. They have to make this retake quick and convincing if they want to win it. Sixy in the pit, excuse me, trying to find something, trying to just buy time. MisteM won't find the kill. The MP9 jumping does eventually drop Silas, but Sixy will find the trade. Tender and Sixy in the site, trying to hold things down. Bones sticking out of desperation, but Tender and Sixy, Tech 9s in hand, find the final pair of kills. It is Vendetta to steal away around from ATK, and I'm not sure what happened. Was it a triple nade towards pit that does DJ in?
Something like that. That was a really, really very impressive retake there. And Vendetta, they've just been able to hold on. They've been able to cling to this map and this matchup as a whole. I mean, if you look at what they've been able to do through the first 2 maps, the first map, yeah, they probably could have won it, but they didn't. They go into map number 2, dominate, destroy, just completely obliterate ATK, 16-8 on ATK's best map, arguably. Now, they're about to tie things up unless they leave the stack of pistols out towards mid. Tender takes contact. He could get caught by MisteM or somebody else working around. Bowden's down towards bottom mid. Chop looking around behind. But overall, this should be a round where Vendetta face minimal resistance. Bomb should go down. They've found 3 players towards A in middle. This should be known now. Oh, Tender right side peek. There, gets the headshot. And all up to DJ now. There's nothing he can do. Bomb's down on B. There's nothing that ATK really had a chance to do in this round. But that's going to tie things up at 11 apiece. And this will really make things difficult for ATK because now Vendetta, they've got their stronger side. They've got momentum. They've got some cash. And ATK are always going to be on the brink of a reset from now on.
They've got the momentum. They have a lot of cash. That was a clean victory against Pistols. It's looking incredibly good for Vendetta now. It's an even ball game at 11 apiece. It's at this point, it's who can win 5 rounds the fastest. And given the fact that Vendetta are on the T side with the advantage in terms of rifles, even currently the advantage in terms of rifles, with full AKs versus full M4s and the FAMAS. I'm counting out the ops. Those kind of cancel each other out, but you know, it's a hefty advantage for Vendetta. And what is their play now going into round number 23? It's going to be A, it appears. DJ is here, supporting Bowdenmaster. I think Bowden's lurking in the apartments with the big green. He does have a wreck to support as well. Vendetta are going straight towards brackets. DJ through the smoke as it blooms, finds one on the FAMAS. Bowdenmaster peeking out, finds a second. Tender trying to chip away in response is just traded out instead. ATK do find a way to come back into it. Convincing trades and a convincing start from them in this one. 4 versus 2. Just Chop and Consti. Chop in the apartments does find the first. But Consti on the unwieldy op will have far more difficulty finding a kill of his own. And ATK have that bomb sitting right in their laps as well.
There's time on the clock for Vendetta. Opportunity arising, but that's going to get shut down by MisteM's late push down Banana. Catches him off guard. Chop with a good headshot, though. He knows where 1 is. He has a good idea of where the next is, too. Will not spot out MisteM down back towards T ramp. In fact, MisteM's going to book it back to the B site. Lots of time, again, for Chop to work with. 30 seconds on the clock. But his time will evaporate pretty quickly here. Chop Could get caught by MisteM. He's got to hurry now. 18 seconds on the clock. About now 10 seconds to get that bomb down. Chop. Clearing pit. Time is so low. Time is so low. He's caught in the open. He knows he has to go. And Swisher shuts him down. ATK to 12. Vendetta, no bomb plant, but they had that money. And ATK losing 3 means they don't exactly have a lot of residual bank accounts. This is not great at all. It's still on a knife's edge for both teams. It can still swing either way.
This is an important round. If Vendetta get the plant, they might be able to get a buy in the event of a loss. But if ATK lose this round, then they're back to a very, very paltry investment. Double nades drop towards the arch, potentially fucking nade stack towards brackets, delayed. Interesting. When Master gets the spot, gets the information, doesn't overpeak. DJ will just smoke them off towards truck side. MisteM will be the one to take the duel towards Banana. Swisher combines fire, finishes off what his teammate started. Nice start for ATK. The best could be asked. Bowden, no. Will be the next one challenged. Over towards the arch. Flashed away. He's lucky to be alive. He'll run for the hills. Vendetta do have control of arch. Looks like an A split might be on the cards. Tender on the balcony. Rek very uncomfortable. Bowden will find the second. Rek caught by Tender dropping, but DJ on the site. He's rotated in, and he'll find one on the Silas in kind. 4 versus 2. ATK finally equalizing, finally getting comfortable on the CT side as DJ drops Consti and MisteM drops Tender. That is a convincing victory, and that crushes the T-side economy.
That throws it into the crucible, into the fire. I mean, they can half buy here. It's not going to be ideal. They can still get some sort of pistol weaponry to get a bomb plant out at the very least. ATK coming alive again, getting up to a 2-round lead. 3 to go to finish this one off. Or 2 for overtime guaranteed. But Vendetta still holding pace, still holding close, trying not to let this one slip all the way through their fingers. Molotov up, 6C gonna push on through. MisteM catches him, he's isolated by the flames, and the second Molotov comes through to make it even worse. MisteM aggressive, goes for a second. He's rewarded. No way he goes for third. He goes for more. He's got 3. He's gonna go for the 4th, running it all the way down. The bomb and the quad. Chop out and Apps will not give MisteM the ace, but MisteM puts the team in his backpack here, gobbling up the eco frags, taking that aggressive peek 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. Just not able to be shut down, barely taking any damage at all.
Well, to look at the kills on these teams, it really paints how close this game is.
Yes.
Everybody on Vendetta is between 14 and 16 kills. That is an unreal team spread. But the difference is ATK, they're between 12 and 21. Bowden, of course, kind of at the bottom. He has 140 ping. Cut him some slack after all. MisteM gonna go for the knife. Oh, it's heard! Chop! Chops him down. That's unfortunate. That would have been MisteM's ace with the knife, no less. Acceptable loss, I would say.
But 2 opportunities.
Remember Eco
Overpass?
aces, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 opportunities for Eco. I think 3 even, because he got back-to-back 4Ks on Overpass.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He just can't ace.
No, he can't. It's a curse.
Oh, that time, that's his own fault.
It is. A little bit of a greed. Flew too close to the sun. Icarus.
Yep.
Either way,
Wings of
ATK are now
wax.
2 and away. Yeah. Relax. 2 away from closing it, though. ATK surprising me on their CT side. Swisher at the top of the board, but not like an outright carry like he was on Mirage. It's the shining star instead, as you expect of him. 6C, though. Trying to do the same for his squadron. Finds the opening. Finally punishes this banana aggression from ATK. Dropping MisteM. They still have a long way to go to find the victory here, Vendetta. 6C isolated by the Molotov will still win the duel. Get to Swisher falling over towards the coffins, and DJ smoked off. Wants to get one heck of a spam. He wants to keep his team in it. Sure, they found one towards A in the meanwhile, but this is a hefty advantage for Vendetta going into the post plan.
ATK might not even want to commit to this because Bowden doesn't have money. There's not very likely of a chance they come up with this win unless they're able to get a pick very quickly. Silas might just sit in the flames. He walks out. There's a trade attempted by Chop trying to swing through Grill. Rek's gonna slide in though. Sprayed down Chop. 2 players left. Rek with the next. Bombs ticking away. Consti's on no HP. He's got to try and run? He's conceded. 15 match and series point to ATK. Vendetta, they had the advantage. They had double, they had triple, they had all the advantages they needed in that post play. They had everything. And then they just got
6C did
plucked
so
apart.
well. He found a double entry.
He did it all.
He did it all. Put the team in the backpack. The veteran doing it all. You know what, Bugs? I think they just want to stay on this stream. Of course, keep in mind, second round, the lower will be on this stream. Of course, the upper bracket game will be over on ESL_CSGO B. So I think Vendetta just want to hang around with us for a little while longer. But they want to make it close at the very least. 6C finds the opening yet again. This time on the Bowden Master. DJ will pick up the op in the meanwhile, but advantage secured in 6C. He's still hungry for more, pressuring the brackets. They've been abandoned. DJ will throw away the op for good measure before falling away. So much map control. They're making it so quick. Will ATK be ready for this? Good smoke from DJ. I say that, but it's actually has a massive gap in the side. He'll peek around it. He does drop 6C. No double entry this time around, but Swisher through the smoke. Looks for something. No! He just caught looking every wrong direction. Consi takes him down through the smoke, and that is a boon for Vendetta.
That is a massive boon. Tender with a trade. DJ and MisteM, though, bring it to a 2v2. MisteM with another, and make it a nice little cleanup between MisteM and DJ. A 16-11 finish for ATK. They lost their own map pick, but they won maps 1 and 3. The maps that we said Vendetta needed to win the series, ironically enough. ATK take Vendetta's keys to the game, and they run with it. They've won. They've advanced into the upper bracket.